I started butterflying when I was 10 years old, and I came back from prep school in England to Singapore where my parents lived. My father had been sent on a secret mission for the army to Borneo, and my mother had made him a butterfly net. And so it was obvious that I would use the butterfly net.
What's the most challenging butterfly you've hunted?
A weird butterfly called Hades, would you believe it? This is in Colombia in South America, and it never came down from lower than about 20 feet above the ground. It was always sitting on the same leaf. Every time my net got just near to it, it would fly away. But eventually I caught it, and I still don't know what it is. I mean, I know it's a Hades, but I don't know what the species is. Butterflies that carry my name were not discovered by me, because you can't actually name a butterfly after yourself. But the 50 or so species that I've named myself have got my name after them. So I named one after Peach, Pedleiodes hardii, and its official name is Pedleiodes hardii Adams. I did biology at Bryanston as a boy, and Dick Harden was my teacher and mentor. And he was a chap who got me the job at Bryanston. He knew that I was out of a job and I'd done my doctorate, because I kept asking him to be my referee. So he wrote and said, "There's a job going, ideally suited to you, come and take it." So I did, and I never looked back. In my halcyon bachelor days, for the first 10 years or so of being at Bryanston, I was able to use the summer holidays to go out virtually every year and carry on the research, and then to use the other holidays to do all the scientific write-up and all the rest of it. I got married to Jenny in 1986, and we went together to Ecuador, and that was the last trip we made. Jenny, my wife's illness that she had, which was chronic fatigue basically, and we sort of accidentally discovered that there was some problem coming out of all the power sockets in the home, and indeed anywhere, and we could keep that power socket radiation, as we called it, away from her if not only did she wear tinfoil hats and what have you, but also rather easier was wearing of the crystals. And we were really keen on it. We worked on that for sort of 3 or 4 years. It gave us a lot of pleasure because it was sort of pseudo-scientific, and yet I was using scientific principles to work out how best to treat Jenny, and she's now fine.
So it worked?
It worked. People often ask me, since I'd been a pupil myself, whether I saw it differently all the time, and I always said that from the moment I became a member of staff, I forgot really what it was like to be a pupil, so I had a totally different perspective on it. But I think I had quite a good rapport with pupils generally, and I think Bryanston was the right place for me because it's famous for the rapport between the staff and the students. I told Tom Weir that I wanted to stop being a housemaster after 10 years instead of 12, and that gave him the excuse for abolishing Hardy, so I felt so bad about it. I said, "I'll carry on for the whole 12, and he said, "Okay, but you'll have to take no more pupils on." For 1 year we had B, A3 and A2, then just A3 and A2, and in the last year we just had 10 members of A2, and it was wonderful. And we finished off with a massive party for those 10 A2s and all the members of the house team and the matron and the parents, and that was in Cowley Room, and I used all the fines I'd gathered for pocket money for the previous 20 odd years to pay for it.
Dr. Mike Doc Adams. Bry Legend.